Hi, John here for Total Health Magazine and Total Health Television. I am at A4M here in Las Vegas, and I am very excited to be talking to, I guess, you could almost call him one of my heroes, because I love coffee so much. I do. I love coffee. I've interviewed Dr. Danger. So I travel the world talking to coffee experts, it seems.
There are worse things you could do with your time.
Yeah, well, it's just coincidence, because it seems everywhere I go, I run into somebody who really knows their coffee. Yeah. So I take advantage of it. And you had a great talk this morning.
Thank you.
You're pretty popular.
It's growing. Bulletproof reaches about 10 million people a month now, and it's helped a lot of them.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
Dave Asprey, the founder of, and we got your soon-to-be-coming book here, Headstrong. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk about Bulletproof Coffee.
All right.
Where did this concept come from, Dave?
Years ago, I was at 18,000 feet in Tibet, and I drank yak butter tea. And my brain felt amazing when I did that. It was like something woke me up. It made no sense. So I came back and I took all this anti-aging work I'd been doing, and I started researching what happens when you blend different kinds of oils with different kinds of beverages.
Right.
And what I ended up with was Bulletproof Coffee. These beans are lab tested to be free of things in coffee that normally cause jitter and anxiety and cause you even get sugar cravings later in the day.
Right.
So it's an ultra pure coffee. And
pesticides?
Not just pesticides. These are actually naturally occurring byproducts of fermentation called mold toxins. And they're in coffee everywhere. But in the US, we have no laws protecting us. So when coffee is rejected by China or by Japan or by Europe, they send it to the US, and then we get coffee that makes us feel cranky later in the day.
Okay, so how would that? I mean, I drink organic coffee. I don't drink anything but organic coffee. So organic coffee could still have that mold.
Oh, absolutely.
About, right?
What they do with even high-end coffee is they take the coffee and they dump it into these giant hot tubs, and they put unfiltered water in there, and they let it sit for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
So the outer part of the fruit will rot, so they can get it off the beans more quickly.
Right.
Well, that creates toxins that are regulated by most governments in the country, just not Canada or the United States.
Right.
So what we do is we don't allow that fermentation step whatsoever, and then we lab test the coffee for 27 different toxins. Okay. And what happens, you drink the coffee, it tastes great, but then you feel great when you're done, and you don't get the jitter and the crash and the need for another cup. So you don't go on the yo-yo anymore.
Right. So I noticed on the counter here, a very popular booth, by the way, I think the most popular one on the show here. You're mixing it with butter over there?
What we do is we blend the coffee with 2 things to make Bulletproof Coffee. The special mold-free coffee beans, and we use something called brain octane oil.
Okay.
This is something that is much stronger than coconut oil, but has no flavor. So it actually turns hunger off in a way that coconut oil can't.
I've talked to people and readers, they know the benefits of coconut, but they can't stand the flavor of it.
Right, and even then the benefits of coconut are very small compared to the benefits of this. You get about 4 to 5 times more fat burning bodies from this than you do from coconut oil. So you put a little bit of this in the coffee, you put the butter in instead of milk. Right. Milk takes away the antioxidants from coffee. You can't use the antioxidants when you put milk in it. Okay. But butter doesn't. It's the same fat that was in the milk. It tastes like a latte. It's not gross. So what you end up with is you drink this for breakfast and you go, I feel different. I don't care about food for 4 hours. I didn't have an energy crash at 10 a.m. The muffin stopped calling out to me. And I used to weigh 300 pounds.
This is great for weight loss.
I was a 300 pounder, and I'm like a 200 pounder, and I don't spend any effort or time or energy thinking about food the way I used to when I was fat. Right. And it's because I put this oil in the special coffee beans.
Right.
And there's something else that goes in Bulletproof Coffee that women care about a lot. And it's something that is one of the reasons my skin looks the way it does. I'm 44 right now.
Right. And he's got great skin, girls.
It's because your skin's made out of collagen. Right. I put collagen in my coffee. Collagen has 0 flavor. You can't tell it's in there. You can get 20 grams of protein, but it's not like a thick eating an omelet or putting some kind of weird vegetable protein powder in a blender kind of thing. It goes in your coffee, it's invisible, and it's the kind of protein that goes to help your skin, your hair, and your nails, as well as your bones and all the connective tissues.
Of course.
So this combination of the right coffee beans, brain octane to turn off hunger and give you more brain energy, stable energy, and then collagen as a protein source for your skin, that's kind of the secret.
So you mix this, the butter, the coffee,
and the brain octane oil.
The brain octane?
Yep. And this is probably the most important part after the beans. Brain octane turns hunger off in a way that coconut oil never can. And we've got lab studies about that now.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to test it. I'm going to be all over it.
We're going to give you a sample today.
Thank you. Now, I want to say, too, where's your book? Just hold up your book. While I was waiting to talk to Dave yesterday to set up this interview, I was just going through the book, and when I opened it, the first thing I found was your mayonnaise recipe. And I'm like, anybody who has that mayonnaise recipe knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because mayonnaise is so toxic. There's such bad mayonnaise out there.
Mayonnaise is toxic, and it always has corn syrup and genetically modified stuff and glyphosate, and it's basically one of the worst junk foods.
Right.
So you can make your own mayonnaise, and you can make it with real eggs. You can do an avocado substitution for the eggs. And every recipe in Bulletproof the Cookbook is designed to give you a food high. So when you eat food that doesn't have toxins in it, that has enough of the right fats, your body just relaxes. It goes, oh, finally, I got what I needed.
Right.
And then the food cravings go away, and you're just in this elevated mood. Carefully engineered every recipe to do that.
Well, we're going to be testing some of these recipes in our Total Health Kitchen.
Awesome.
Right, so I'm the tester.
I recommend the chocolate pear salad. Sounds unbelievable that you could use chocolate on a salad. Oh, it's so good.
Chocolate on a salad. Well, you could put chocolate on anything. I've tried chocolate on steak.
That's pretty good.
So, as long as it's good chocolate, it's got to be dark chocolate, right? You know what that
no M&Ms on your steak?
No M&Ms. Well, Dave, I want to thank you for this. This is terrific. We'll send our viewers to your website for more information. I highly recommend the book, your cookbook. And we'll do a full review on this, okay? And we'll follow up with some recipe testing.
I'm grateful.
And then we'll do the coffee. We'll get the editorial staff on this.
Nice.
It'll make the editorial staff much more productive.
It will.
We could do 2 magazines once we start using
Would
this.
you believe that Microsoft has us making Bulletproof Coffee for their programmers? They do, because it really does make you more productive, yeah.
Wow, that's terrific. Okay, so Bulletproof, make yourself bulletproof. Check out the Bulletproof recipe. Check out the Bulletproof book. Dave, thanks. So we can look forward to another interview when you bring out Headstrong, right?
Count on it. Thank you.
Okay, so we will do. We'll review Headstrong when it's ready. And when do you expect it to be available?
It launches April 4th.
Can we pre-order it on Amazon?
You can pre-order today on Amazon.
Okay.
And if people want to learn more, they can go to bulletproof.com, where we have all of the products and also 500,000 words of free information about how you can improve your performance, have more control over your own body.
Right. Well, it's terrific, and I really appreciate that you're here. Because here at A4M, this is doctors and health professionals. So you're preaching to people that are actually here to learn about prevention and health and.
It was an honor. I'm a non-physician.
And you're speaking
and
here.
I got to speak, and so many physicians are using these techniques and these products because they know the science, and so I'm really grateful for that.
Okay. Well, thank you. Keep up the great work. We'll stay in touch with you guys and your team. You got a great staff here. They're wonderful people.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go get another cup of Bulletproof right now to gear up for the rest of my day.
And I promote intermittent fasting. The whole time you're fasting, you have just fat in your body.
Fresh cut.
Fat is
so much taller
protein,
than I
carbs, and sugar
expected you to be.
The whole time you're taking
He's wearing lifts.
No, he's not. He's just tall. I have one of those at home. He's 6'2".
And it's kind of a snowball.
And I
When
always
you
feel
first start
very
doing it, you're not very keto adapted. You
So what kind of butter
building
is
up.
New Zealand. Well, I just interviewed a lady.
I use the Irish butter is what I use.
So we make
So Dave?
So it's high fat. 1 second, we're going to add the brain octane sugar into this.
Okay.
Yeah, this brain needs it.
Yes.
You can research online. There's a lot of good sources on that. So this is the
Is it for him or for him?
Actually, just hold it. Like, thank you. This is great.
This is the key to making Bulletproof Coffee. You've got to get the brain octane oil.
Right.
So we're going to add just a little bit to this.
Okay.
And all right, it's ready to blend.
I could tell you're a chef. You could just know exactly how much to put in there.
I did write that cookbook, sold a lot of copies.
Yeah.
And I'm a really careful chef because the way you create your food, the way you create your coffee, every little step matters because the outcome is how you feel when you're eating it. So the coffee is the same thing. Right? How do we blend this without the lid coming off because we don't have the top?
Oh, we got a high-tech blender here. All right, so we got New Zealand grass-fed butter.
We've got the Bulletproof coffee beans and we've got the brain octane oil.
And the brain octane oil. Okay.
So we're just blending it up and it's going to look like a latte here.
It's so creamy.
Oh yeah.
It's so creamy. When you have this, you'll never have another Starbucks. Well, you will have another Starbucks, but you'll do it out of necessity, not because you can't get your hands on this.
Every day I start my morning with this.
Oh, love it.
Lost 30 pounds 2 years ago.
30 pounds.
30
Wow.
pounds.
All right.
Here we go.
Give it a shot.
Oh, it smells so good.
How's the mouth feel?
It's so creamy.
Do you want to take
It really is. It's so creamy.
Thank you.
Is it? Do you taste butter?
No,
Yeah, there's
you
no
can't.
butter
You can't
at all.
taste the butter. There's no butter taste. Because I'm bad. I drink my organic coffee with no sugar,
Yeah.
but I do put cream in it.
Well, the cream
But-
inactivates the polyphenols, the antioxidants. in the coffee.
Inactivates.
Yeah, it sticks. to them.
Inactivates.
And that's why you switch to butter. You'll actually feel a difference because the coffee can do its job as an antioxidant for you better when you do it that way.
I love the aftertaste.
But it's
I did a show years ago on red wine in British Columbia up in the Okanagan.
Oh, nice.
And so we went to all these vineyards and we tested all these different types of wines, and I knew nothing about wine, but I learned how to taste wine. And I'm telling you, this, all the coffee, Dr. Danger. There's a new kid in town.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. To Bulletproof.
Never get tired of this. I still love it as much today as when I first
Refill.
figured it out. So,
Okay. All right, Dave. So thanks
John,
for everything.
a lot of fun.
Do you mind if I get one for the road?
Oh yeah, we can get one for the road.
No. I was kind of hoping for something a little more.
All right, get the big one.
All right, so again,
Cheers.
here's to Bulletproof and to Dave and his work, guys. I'm going back to the studio, but we'll see you in a bit. Thanks.